What a time it is people are doing strange things, like using filters to change their faces.
Yes, but Victorians didn't use filters. They literally dropped poison into their eyes to get a dreamy look.
And that's just the beginning. This chapter of human history feels like a collective hallucination, a place where arsenic is fashionable, mummies are edible, and death is photogenic.
Today we're going to discuss 5 reasons why it's a miracle we survived at all.
Let's start with cooking, or rather, medicine.
From the 16th century until the late 19th century, Europeans believed ground-up mummies could cure everything. Headaches, stomach problems, even fractures.
Wait, so people were putting pharaohs into their coffee?
Almost. Demand became so high that a market for fake mummies emerged. The bodies of executed criminals were dried in the sun to resemble ancient Egyptian remains.
Didn't they realize they were eating corpses?
A scientific misunderstanding. The Arabic word mumia referred to bitumen, which actually had medicinal properties. Europeans mistranslated it. They thought the corpse itself was the medicine, when the real remedy was the resin used in preservation. As a result, for 300 years, Europe became the largest cannibalistic pharmacy in human history.
Here's this green colour. Sheila's green. It's very beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful and deadly. This pigment was made from copper arsenite, arsenic.
The colour was extremely popular. People decorated their bedrooms with this wallpaper.
In damp conditions, the wallpaper released toxic gas. Arsenic vapors caused headaches, nausea, seizures, hair loss, and skin ulcers. Doctors often misdiagnosed the symptoms as tuberculosis or cholera. Ironically, there's a theory that Napoleon Bonaparte was slowly poisoned by arsenic wallpaper in his bedroom during exile on St. Helena, and that it contributed to his death.
Wait, so world history can simply depend on bad wallpaper? Why, though? Moving on to beauty standards. In the Victorian era, looking pale and frail was trendy, considered a sign of consumption.
And for that they invented worm pills.
Exactly. People swallowed capsules containing tapeworm eggs. The worm would grow inside their bodies and consume everything they ate. An adult tapeworm could grow up to 10 meters long in the human intestine. It steals nutrients, causing constant hunger, anemia, nausea, vomiting, and even neurological problems like seizures.
The problem was that removing the worm later was much harder than introducing it.
Methods were horrifying. Placing a bowl of milk in front of the patient and keeping their mouth open so the worm would come out toward the smell.
Okay, shall we move on? This is too much. Seriously.
Subscribe to Waivu and let's continue.
Come, look into my eyes. What do you see?
Complete confusion and a little panic.
Victorian women used Belladonna drops to dilate their pupils, giving their eyes a deep and dreamy look.
Belladonna means beautiful woman in Italian, but scientifically it's a Tropa belladonna, one of the most poisonous plants on Earth. Every part of it contains atropine, which dilates pupils but also affects the nervous system.
So they were willingly blinding themselves.
Yes, long-term use caused light sensitivity, blurred vision, hallucinations, and eventually vision loss.
Imagine wanting to be beautiful so much that you're ready to lose sight of the world.
Humanity's endless faith in instant results at any cost.
And here we come to the strangest part. Photography is a new invention, it's expensive, and
A little dangerous. People wanted to preserve the memory of their loved ones, so they took photos with them after they died.
This was called post-mortem photography. The deceased were dressed in their best clothes, sometimes with eyes painted onto their eyelids to appear alive.
the creepiest part is that the deceased often looked more alive than the grieving relatives beside them.
That's because photography required long exposure times back then. Living people moved and blurred the image, but the deceased remained perfectly still.
Just why?
Fear of death and the attempt to domesticate it.
If you lived in the Victorian era, your house was poisoned, your medicine was a corpse,
Your diet was a parasite. Your cosmetics were poison.
and you only looked good in photos after you were dead.
I wonder which of our trends will they film an episode of Waivu on in 100 years.
Write in the comments what will be crazes of our time in 100 years.
Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next experiment in our lab.